Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar.
I am Danny.
I'm Rick. I do construction for living.
You used to.
Yeah.
I used to.
I gave it up, remember, to become a guru?
Oh,
that was one of my
right.
interview
for
questions,
sure.
yeah.
That was a test.
I actually burned my bachelor's degree because I was like, I can't do this no more.
That's why I saw you like selling the little construction hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm changing my career path.
Yeah. Some might say for the worse.
Yeah, those guys
It's
are
an
haters.
investment.
Those guys are haters.
It's an investment. It's an investment.
Well, Danny, welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
They used the Monster Reborn card and brought you back to life.
I'm back.
After
The reboot van?
Yeah, the reboot van. Yeah.
Into his Miata, we were there like,
Yeah.
But I'm scared of heights, though.
That's a Fortnite joke for.
Oh yeah, not
for
everybody.
everyone
Not everybody
who's not a
understands.
loser.
Not everybody understands
Nerds!
the lingo.
Yeah. Look, you were missed. But how did Rick do? Because also at the 11th hour, he was all like, the video might not go up, and you were here to help.
I did. So I was
presence.
Yeah.
technically there. I was
You're
technically there.
so
for the
some might say
episode.
you're like the guardian angel of this podcast.
We could say that. I like it.
Yeah, well,
I like it.
Rick had killed you off, so
Yeah,
yeah.
he killed me off. I was
So Danny wasn't here because he was sick, and he's still sick, right?
Yeah,
And,
but he's some badass. Like
I-
he's a sick
I,
motherfucker.
I played the role so good that I actually
Yeah,
got
he got
sick
sick.
over the weekend too, and I was like, "Oh, this sucks."
I was a little fairy, like in the Zelda game.
Yeah.
Rick was Link. I was like, hey, click
Listen.
that button.
Yeah.
Click that button. It's like, okay, no, video call me. You've been here all night. I need you to show me the screen.
It was funny. We jumped on a video call.
Because
and
and he's like, just hang up with me and video call me.
Yeah, it was like midnight, and I'm like, oh, I was like, you guys don't even sweat it. It's okay if we don't have to. And I hadn't made the thumbnail, and then he's like, wait, we might get this done. And I'm
without showing too much, it said that the video was there, but it said 0.
I think what happened is he tried to upload it, and then he maybe did something that stopped the upload, and so the drive knew there was a file, but the content
there was
wasn't
no
there.
actual
Yeah, I
data.
was like, "What are you talking about, Danny? It's right here."
And I was like, yeah, it's 0 bytes.
And I was like, "But it says that it's right here."
Yeah, so that sucks for y'all, but for me, I was comfy in bed, and then Danny's like, "We got it done," and I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta go make a fucking thumbnail."
Yeah.
For the people.
Yeah, always for the
It's
people.
for the people. But actually, there's a reason why I got sick.
You're kissing, licking doorknobs.
No,
You got sneezed on.
that's possible, but
You
your
made a
fe-
guest appearance at Stacy's school.
I was about to say your fiance is a teacher, and kids are gross.
She's gotten me sick a couple of times because some
Yeah.
kids get her sick. But no, this time I think my mom got me sick. No, but actually, no, that's not true. The real story is I traveled to the future, and there was a disease at that time, in the future that has.
need the gas button.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe your story.
that one was for everything.
I knew you were not going to believe me.
Okay.
So I gathered evidence.
Okay, listen.
I recorded a little video of you guys want to know to what timeline I jumped to, like forward, and what I recorded.
Is it one that?
It's a short video, 8 seconds long.
Go for it.
But what do y'all think?
Guess.
Oh.
Take a guess. Like, where in the future did I jump to, and what did I record?
You're into the future where Rick becomes president of the United States,
A little bit ahead, more ahead,
or ahead.
a little bit more ahead.
Ooh, he gets impeached.
For a racist remark.
On the podcast,
On a podcast.
like he did on podcast
yeah.
number 83.
Yeah.
Do it. This is 83.
Wait. Wait, we didn't even turn on the TV.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I need to. I didn't turn on the TV.
Well, you should have jumped on that timeline to
Yeah.
tell it to turn on the TV.
Rick, prendela. No, you're closer.
Well, you mind telling us a little bit about
So
the future?
I travel to see us
Oh.
when we're old, like at our 60s.
Oh no, is there a Facetune thing going on?
A Facetune? ¿Qué es eso?
Well, it's like there was like apps that how I turned y'all into women.
Oh no, it's not that. No, I have a
We're
video.
already turned on too.
I record a video, and it's of you and Rick
As old people?
as old people, and I couldn't tell which is which because it's many years ahead. I'll let you guys decide that. I'll let the public decide that. But here you go.
You motherfucker!
Oscar's the one that fell?
Yeah.
Obviously. Danny's
That's
cheating.
pretty good.
And me screaming. That's pretty good.
With the racing.
Yeah, it's just foot racing at 80 years old.
Dude.
And I saw this video and I was like, I could see Rick and Oscar being these two when they're 80 years old.
And you're
recording.
the one that put the foot?
No, the Oscar, it's two of you. Look.
Oh.
And then the other guy ran.
Okay, so who was the one that
That's
tripped the
pretty
other
good.
person?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think I would have tripped Oscar.
I'm clumsy as hell. Like,
would've tripped
I'm
Oscar.
pretty sure that would have been me falling. Yeah.
I think this might be
That's funny.
Esteban right here. He's kind of taller. I'm
Yeah.
recording, and then
Yeah, Esteban wouldn't try to trip anybody.
yeah,
So,
and then there's another belly right here. I don't know who that might be,
Let's just say it's you, just so you're a part of it.
but I'm recording.
Oh, that is true. We didn't even
Unless
look.
it was Stacy or Yudi recording.
Ricky does look like he'll wear suspenders at an old age. So
I do it right now.
Yo, right now.
I did it with when I go out, like dressing, whatever, with the
Oh,
yeah. I wear them.
I haven't worn one of those since
Ever?
I think
I
last
was-
year I wore one.
you're
I
wearing.
got like 2 or 3 of them.
Since I was like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while you were sick, did you do anything cool? Anything exciting going on?
I just been in a jury.
Damn.
Like I got picked.
Okay. Look,
I'm
are they guilty?
I can't talk about
Danny's
none of
such a
that.
fucking goody too.
I cannot
You won't even
talk-
tell us. You can tell us. We're not gonna tell
I can't-
anybody.
I haven't told Stacy.
Look,
I haven't
the
told my
episode- The
mom.
episode drops on Friday, so by then they're
Yeah, it should be over.
So technically,
Oh my God.
the what?
By then they already hung the guy.
That's the one. He's trying to murder people who are found
That's
guilty.
the comment.
Yeah.
That's the comment. It wasn't that far in the podcast.
Yeah. You
And
were
it was-
right.
And it was something like petty or what. He was littering. He threw a rapper
Yeah.
outside of his car. And the cop pulled him over.
Jaywalkers beware. Rick is coming.
You don't want me for a judge.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'll let you know next week. I hope by then the case is over.
he's such a goody two shoes, man.
We could all get in trouble.
We strive
No,
to
you
be like Danny.
can't.
We strive to be like Danny.
How do you know they're not listening right now?
Imagine all the publicity the podcast would get. Just think of that.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
Ya
damn.
can record that, yeah.
Screw it. SPM did an album when he was in jail, so
Yeah.
you can podcast while you're in jail. Yeah.
That's true, but like we're just reporters, and he's just us making jokes.
Making jokes.
He's like, "All right, you guys got the guru here. What's up?" Yeah, I went to obviously like there was a car show, lowrider show. It's pretty cool. And on Saturday, it was the last winter night for the museum,
Okay.
and
Right.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, like I had told both of you guys about being able to go to one of the events because I don't think I'm allowed to give those tickets away because they're $40 a piece. But I had 2 extra ones and I was offering to my friends.
Right.
Yeah, but it was really cool. They give you like drink vouchers and perks of being a member.
Throw them at the art. Is that
No, they don't give you red wine because they're scared you're gonna fuck up an exhibit.
Oh, really?
But I had a beer.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty chill weekend. How about you, Rick?
How about you, Ric Wick?
I actually got a.
Damn, he did watch the podcast.
I did watch the podcast. The other day he was talking with his wife,
Yeah.
and then I said something about Ric Wick, and then his wife was like, "Don't encourage him," and I was like, "This is Danny Wick talking. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, she got even more mad. She didn't know that side of Danny, and she was like,
Danny
"Oh, what the hell?" Yeah, it was really funny.
That's good.
Sorry, Ric Wick, you were gonna.
No, I
say
have
something.
a really good story. So this weekend on Saturday, I was watching the UFC fights, and the UFC fights were actually in Mexico City, which was really cool because every fighter that fought that day, there was at least one Mexican,
Yeah.
which was freaking awesome. That same weekend, they had like a red ribbon cutting for a new stadium or new theater also in Mexico City. So it was like a big deal for Mexico, right?
Yep.
And I had mocos, I had a cough, and I didn't invite anybody over because I was just going to be like resting, whatever. So I opened the garage, not all the way, but I opened it like a quarter. Just because I didn't want to be cooped up in the garage where the garage door is closed. So I cracked it open a little
For
bit.
fresh air.
Yeah, to get fresh air. So I was there. my wife and my sister and all the kids were inside. I was the only one in the garage. I was just watching the UFC fights. And my neighbor pulled up. And he, like, crouched down. And he was like, hey, Vecino, you in there? And I was like, yo, what's up? And I opened the garage door. And he was like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And I was like, just chilling. He's like, oh, you watching the UFC fights? I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, cool. My wife went to Mexico, and like I got another friend that's gonna come over, and he has the UFC fight, so we're gonna watch it at my house. And I was like, well, shit, I'm already here. If you want to watch them here, and he's like, is it cool if I invite somebody over? And I was like, yeah, sure, but I don't give a fuck. I wasn't planning on drinking, but he showed up with like with a cup and Coke and Crown Royal.
Yeah, and you drank with him before, right?
I've drank with him before, but it's always me going to his house. This was actually the first time he came, and it was really awkward, too, because, like I said, the garage door was, like, a quarter open, and he's, like, crouching down, like, hey, you in there? Yeah, and I was like, well, fuck, I can't, like, hide and say no. And my vecino, a little bit of background, my vecino's really calm, like, just chilling, and he has a cousin-in-law that he was one of the reasons that I started drinking with my neighbor, because my neighbor didn't, like, initiate it. It was his cousin-in-law that was like, hey, vecino, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up? The cousin, he is desmadroso. Like, you can tell he likes to have fun. He's drinking. He's really outgoing and shit. Well, like I said, I've gone to the neighbor's house, and I've drank with them. So this was the first time he came over. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So the times that I've gone to my neighbors, I've already explained my neighbor. He's really calm. His buddy or his cousin is bien desmadroso. Well, his cousin lives a couple blocks away, kind of like Adrian. And that's why he's always over, because he lives a couple blocks away. Well, he also has his neighbor. And they also call him vecino. So I don't want to confuse anybody yet. That guy, I've hung out with him, the other vecino, and he's cool. But he's, like, he doesn't let you talk. Like, you're drinking, and he's not, like, saying, like, any dumb shit. He's not offending anybody, but he just doesn't let you fucking talk, dude. Like, he just doesn't let you fucking talk. So my neighbor asked me, hey, can I invite somebody over, which was the other vecino. I was like, yeah, sure, pull up. I was like, fuck, at this point, I got to drink.
So it's 4 of you.
The cousin didn't go.
Okay.
The cousin didn't go. It was the cousin's neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guy shows up. He had just gone to a rodeo cook-off.
Hey, but little disclaimer, you didn't have to drink.
He pulled up. I mean, I'm like, I had a drink. I can't invite somebody to my house.
Right now has to drink.
You can't invite two guys to your house, watch UFC fights, and not drink. Like, you're hosting.
They invited themselves.
They invited
that
themselves.
Is true. You had no intentions of drinking because you were sick.
I didn't, and I told him I was sick, but I was like, like, it doesn't feel right if one person's not drinking. Like, if it would have been just you and Danny, then you're like, fuck it, I won't drink.
If
but it's 3 of us.
Me and him weren't drinking, you'd be drinking.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Yeah, like Ric Wick ain't no bitch.
Yeah, mama didn't raise no bitch. And that's what I thought on Saturday, because I told Danny that I was getting like a slight headache, and it went away miraculously. And he, well, anyways,
because you were going through withdrawals. Gotcha.
So the other, his friend showed up, right? And he went to the cook-off, and he showed up. So he had drank a couple beers, and the first thing he was like, hey, do you mind? Like, I have my gun with me. I was like, I don't care. And he put it on the table. So I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Like, I don't want you to have it, but I'm being cool right now, you know? Like, I'm hosting this shit even though.
So you took out your
I didn't plan anything, but I was like, that was the first one where I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So he showed up with beer, and I was like, hey, dude, like, if you want, you can put it inside the refrigerator. And he was like, I appreciate it. Cool. So that's the second thing where I was like, I got y'all. Like, I'm being very welcoming because this is the first time both of them have gone to my house. So we're watching the UFC fights, and I'm talking to the neighbor, and we're talking about, like, serious shit, like, about, like guns, because I wanted to buy a pistol, and he started, like, giving me pointers, and we started talking about our house, like, how we bought it, and house problems and shit like that. And the guy kept fucking interrupting us and started like going on a tangent about something that had nothing to do with what we were talking about. And it was like, what the fuck, like, you asshole. But I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I started going with his conversation, and then he would say something, and I would ask a question to show him that I was engaged, that I wasn't being an asshole, you know? So then we started talking about, like, bottles of whiskey and Crown and all of that. And I was like, well, I got a bottle. I don't know if you've ever watched John Wick, but I have a bottle of Blankton's, which is that weird shape one. You've drank it with me.
The little barrel looking one.
Yeah, the barrel one. And they're like, oh, no shit. And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, we've seen the movies, but it never talks about, like, what brand it is. Oh, shout out Chill, because he's the one that put me on it. And I was like, well, I have that bottle. And they're like, they got all freaking, oh, hell yeah. It's, I would want to be like John Wick, and can we try it? And I was like,
I like how your whole world just like you watch John Wick once and look at you, your whole personality changes.
Yeah, I was like, you want to?
You need to hire a specialist to like get you.
No, that was them. I just brought it up that's where it was, and I told him that bottle's really not expensive, but it's really fucking hard to get. Like, it's not something, and if you find it, you got to pay a premium for it. Like, I actually bought my bottle over there in Atlanta, and I got a steal on it. And I think it was only like 2 or 3 left. I think I had called you, or I called Chill, and I was like, or what?
I remember you mentioned it.
Yeah. And so I mentioned it. We started watching the UFC fights, and the vecino, the guy that I'm talking about, he was like in the middle of the UFC fight. He's like, hey, so we're going to try that liquor or what? Or are you just going to like show it and not like talk about it, but not like bring it out? And I was like, oh, no, I told you I was going to get you. And once the fight's over, then I'll go get it. Like, I want to watch the UFC fights. I didn't tell him, but I was like, I want to watch the UFC fights. Y'all guys pulled up, and I'm hosting, but I want to watch this shit. Like, I don't want to fucking leave to go get it and come back, and I miss, like, something. Because the UFC, something happened really fast. So then later on, we still talking. We're watching the fights, and the guy was like, hey, you can't put music on? Do you have music? Can we put it on the TV? I was like, no, we can't put it on the TV because we're watching UFC. But I have a speaker. And he's like, well, if I could just put it and put it, like, the volume low. And I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm hosting. Fuck it, I got you. So I put the music, I put the speaker, I put it on low volume. And I'm putting my music. So every time that I've gone to the vecino's house, like, they listen to different music than what I listen to. Like, Oscar makes fun of me because I listen to a lot of, like, old music.
Every time.
The neighbors.
One example?
Like, Intocable, like, older songs. Like, older norteñas.
I thought he
but
meant,
for
like,
them,
no, but
60s.
the thing is, it's the exact same thing all night.
Okay.
Like there's it's the thing is,
but the
he also doesn't pay for fucking Spotify. He has Pandora.
But
so the thing is,
he has the same MP3 files from LimeWire and from back in high school.
So it's on the Zune there.
Oh, mine broke.
So going to the neighbor's house, they listen to newer genre, right? Newer music. And I never fucking say anything because I'm at their house. You look, fuck it, whatever. You're listening to your shit. You're in your house. So I put my music, and the guy was like, hey, can you look up so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, I'll look for it right now. And then I was like, this motherfucker's asking for a lot of shit. Like, that was the first, like, crack, and I was like, okay. So the fight finished, and I went to go get the bottle, and he was talking. I was like, fuck you. I was like, hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to go get the...
But Beyonce deserved to win.
Yeah, I was going to go with that, but...
I knew you were going to...
I was like, hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to go get the bottle of liquor. And he was like, yeah, cool. So then I brought the bottle of liquor. I gave them some. They tried it. They thought it was fucking amazing. And then I put corridos because I was like, my music is kind of down right now. I'm going to put corridos right now. We're all drinking. We're Hispanic. We're having a good time. I changed... The UFC fight's finished. And I changed the channel. At this point, it's like 12 o'clock at night. And I put like another random channel, but it's also UFC just to like have something on the TV. And the guy was like, hey, can you put some corridos? I was like, these are corridos. What the fuck are you talking about? But I think he wanted like corridos alterados. And I'm like, sorry, buddy, but this is kind of house rules, and I want to listen to this. And later on, the night went, and he asked again, and I told him the same thing. Well, the guy stopped talking, and I was just talking to my neighbor. And we started talking for a little bit, and my neighbor was like, hey, well, we're going to start heading out. And I was like, it's cool. Like, thank y'all for coming out here. I shook both of their hands. And they went to my neighbor's house. I thought that both of them were going to, like, separate. But they went to my neighbor's. And I knew because the guy parked in front of my house and the car didn't move. So I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, whatever. Like, fuck this. My question here is, would you have done the same thing, Danny? This is a guru bit because at this point, everything he's asking for, se lo estoy cumpliendo. You wanted the gun, I let you have the gun. You wanted music, I put the music. You wanted a shot of that? Like I'm doing everything, but when it came to my music, like, no, that's where I draw the line, and I fucking drew the line, and I was like, I'm gonna establish where this is my house, and you're not gonna run over me, you know? That's the way I saw it, because I was like, puta madre, si este güey me pide esto, ¿qué más me va a pedir? Like, what else is he gonna ask for, you know?
No. Look, like you always are like,
it's
let me play devil's advocate, but look here, all right, motherfucker. He put the gun out and notified you so that you would be comfortable in case you saw it on this person while you're drinking. It's proper gun etiquette because you're drinking.
Cool.
All right, that's one checkmate. Okay. Look, the music thing, you have to fucking concede at some point because it's every single time. But
this guy's never done it with me. Like it's different.
Yeah, but
like,
the thing is, like, I understand because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, he came because the friend said que vente pa acá. He didn't know that I don't know, because he said that they were going to watch at their place.
Yeah.
Right? His night is set like, oh, it's somebody that's cool, you know?
But that guy, I've met him a couple times. I've talked to him, but just not at my house.
Yeah, but he's not at the same grounds as if he were at his buddy's house. I'm pretty sure he could have changed the music himself, right? So he's already at a disadvantage.
Right.
Okay? Unfortunately for you, your problem is with your vecino for inviting the guy.
I actually didn't have any problem with the vecino.
No, I meant
it should be
with your vecino. Yeah. All right. Him as an invited person who was told to come watch the fight. I mean, in the peaceful environments, I'd be like, yo, dude, like the same music's been on for a while. Like, can you change the music for a while? All right. You do the exact same thing when we're there. You don't let anybody else play any of the music.
Right.
Yeah. But no, because whenever we go to Adrian's, you acá rato asking for shit.
I'm not gonna fucking run away if he says no.
Nah, fuck you.
I'm not gonna run away if he says no.
No, I'm sorry. Look, you might have been hosting it against your will.
Okay.
But that was your vecino's fault. That wasn't like the other invitados. So it's not like he's railroading you either.
I may have also done it because I was getting a little irritated that he wasn't letting me talk.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
The other thing is, it's funny because the last time we hung out with my neighbor, it was my neighbor, his cousin, and the other vecino. So the other vecino fucking ran out of beer, and he was like, I'm gonna go home and fucking go get more beer. So when he left, they started talking shit about that guy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I had never seen that shit.
You witnessed it?
Yeah. And they were like, man, fuck that. Like, why'd you tell him to go get more beer? And he's like, well, fuck it. If you don't want to hang out with him, when he comes back, we tell him no. So the fucking guy comes back, the other vecino, the guy that I told him not to play the music, takes off his beer, puts it in the fucking refrigerator, and then they pull the fucking whole ass move to say, yeah, we think we're going to call it a night. And that guy got so fucking mad. He was like, dude, what the fuck? Thing. And I was like. So the guy fucking left. That guy left.
Took his beer
and fucking, like, he peeled off and fucking left.
Yeah.
And they never told me, like, hey, well, we're going to go inside. And I was like, well, you didn't tell me, but I'm going to fucking leave, you know, like, fuck y'all did that whole ass shit to him, but they're not going to do it to me, you know. But I don't think they would have done it to me, but I think just that guy is very irritating.
Like a special case. Look, I'm just saying, like in this specific circumstances that befell you, I can see both sides. All right, like honestly, if you're over here bragging about the bottle, I'd be like, yo, are we gonna try it or not?
Yeah.
The thing when he follows up, that's just probably his terrible personality.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that. But the thing is, I think we need to harp on that thing about you being a fucking dick with your music around your friends.
What do you think?
Because remember, you almost got in a fight with our most concurrent like follower, Alfredo.
Oh no, and Alfredo's and he's in a comment on here.
I know that's what I'm saying. Alfredo, I got your back, bro.
So Fredo's,
I know that story.
So Fredo's, we had the fucking bachelor party, right? And no, I gave him my phone. And I was like, "Hey, fuck it, it's your turn." Like,
fucking put my beers.
You put your shit. He likes Tejano music, so we started listening to Tejano music, and we heard Tejano music for a while.
Yeah, that is true.
But he wanted to fucking. And I was like, "All right, now I want to do hip hop," and he was like, "Nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna do hip hop." And I was like, "No, but I want to do hip hop. Like, let's fucking change it." We literally for like 5 or 10 minutes. I would put the Bluetooth, and then he would put the Bluetooth. Like, the song would play, and then he would put play. And the song would play. I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious?
It was funny to watch.
It was fucking annoying as shit. He pissed me off.
I think he was more drunk than you were, so it was even funnier.
You know, and I was very irritated. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you doing this shit?
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, like, it should be like the way we set it up here. You send you on fucking Spotify. Fuck you, man. You can literally set up the party mode, and everybody gets to cue music.
I think
a one big happy democracy.
I think it was a fuck you moment at that point of telling that guy like, fuck
that's fair.
you. I want
to
listen to my shit.
That's
fuck
fair.
You.
And you were sick too. Besides, they forced you to drink.
Dude.
They fucking held your mouth open and poured fucking Miller after Miller after Miller.
It was very hard to say. You know what? Fuck it. I'll crack one open.
Like, yeah.
But.
So sorry you went through that, bro.
Crack one open with the boys, with the neighbors.
Hey, but for the Neglota, I did it for the story of the podcast. Like, you know what? Voy a mandar a la verga este güey to see what the outcome. What would you have done?
No, I mean, I'm very lenient with the music. Like whatever, put whatever you want. And I think out of courtesy, I wouldn't care. But I would also think that whatever they did before, like you said, like you did, there was a part of you that was like, is this a fuck you moment?
Yeah.
I think depending on how I perceived like all the previous stuff, then whether that would have been mine, same thing. Maybe for me would have been like, I'm just gonna call it a night. Like that would have been my way. Like if I feel like uncomfortable, like okay, they're not following.
You would pull and say some shit like that, just like kill everything. Be like, I think I'm gonna call. Well, it's hard to hold something.
I would have like when the UFC fight ended.
It's hard.
And I would have said, you know what? All right, guys, I got some shit to do tomorrow.
I don't know. I think it's because. Nah, I wouldn't be able to tell them to fucking leave. I don't know. I've never hosted any kind of event and told people, hey, you know what, you got to go. Or
we got to put that to the test.
I mean, I've been there till like 3, 4 a.m. So.
No, Oscar's been there to where he makes excuses that he has to leave. I'm like, dude, Oscar, no pasa nada. Dude, it's fucking 5 in the morning. Like, we can still go another hour.
Dude, Ricky's been like, come on, last beer. And then I'm like, Rick, I just had the last beer with you. And he's drinking something different than me. And he pours it out. He's like, look, I'll have the same beer with you. Let's have one more beer.
I have a lot of methods.
Yeah.
Sometimes I open the beer and like, well, you can't leave because I just opened it.
You don't want to be wasteful. There's sober people out in the world after all.
Yeah, so I got like 3 or 4 methods that I've kept Oscar a little longer. And probably another 3 or 4 that I have in my pocket that I haven't experienced or tried. And I plan for for Danny's science project to use all 6 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you're going to have 6 last beers. Yeah.
6 last beers. That's it?
No.
Those
are the last
I know.
beers.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of the science project, we have Danny's getting married. Congratulations to him. Yeah. I randomly was watching TV and in the Spanish channel they were covering. Have you guys ever heard of the Florida Man Games?
Florida Men Games.
Yeah, like Florida Man, but they made like a whole like contest. Go to our Google Doc. This is cool, and I think for Danny's bachelor party, we need to maybe incorporate some of these games. And I need the world to be aware that this is a real thing. People are competing. People are having fun. It looks like I always say that there's no good reason to go to Florida. It's the armpit of America. There's gators and the water's boiling. So it's just like, and Disney. So Disney might be the only.
Florida's crazy, man. Yeah. Every time you hear it, like, which state do you think? Florida, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's zombies.
They have the NASA too.
Meth in the water, And yeah, so if we keep scrolling down, look, there's like a list of the games that they play and what they do. So we got. Oh,
That's a perfect one to start with.
I had not
Go
seen
for
that
it.
one. All right, Danny, read these for us.
Why
Because these might happen at your. That's one of the 6 methods.
Eat the butt.
I will not be going this weekend, Yuri, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Calm down. We're talking. We're talking. Competitors must finish their pork butt platter in the fastest time to place highest in the initial bracket.
Yeah. So these it's gonna go down like a list of a bunch of games that they play.
Weaponized pool noodle mud duel. Test your strength inside the Florida Man Games Coliseum. Okay.
There's one that I really liked.
Evading arrest obstacle course. Jump over fences through backyards and away from actual police officers to earn your freedom. That one sounds fun.
From actual police.
Yeah. Category 5 cash grab. Subject yourself to Category 5 wins as you scramble to catch as much real cash as you can. I'll do that one. You can throw the money at me.
No,
yeah, let's do it.
No, that's not one of the drinky ones. We need a drinky one. This one.
Florida Sumo. Conquer the Florida Man Games sumo ring as you try to blast your opponent out or spill their remaining beer. But that's a waste.
It's a waste of beer, but you are like wrestling, and whoever has more beer in their jug by the end was the winner. I thought that was cool. And there's a bunch of videos of them actually competing, and it looks really, really fun.
It does look fun.
Yeah.
And this is the refs.
Yeah, I think if you go, there's like an actual video, like at the top, I think it was.
I'm gonna be a hater right now, but I didn't find like any of those.
Not even the don't spill your beer wrestling.
No, I've seen like other games that look pretty cool, but there wasn't any of these that kind of like. I need to go.
What's because you're scared to fight Danny?
We can throw hands on Danny's bachelor party. Just no kicks, like I said. It's
no, as long as you don't spill your beer.
That way,
goes.
that way, whenever we do the Guru Clash, it'll be Danny versus Danny Wick versus Ric Wick.
Versus Ric Wick.
Chapter 2.
It's fine, Danny. You can.
No, there's no video.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, but look.
Yeah, I think we should do the cash grab one.
I don't think so.
I like it.
Yeah, no. I rather avoid that one.
No. Let's do that one.
Yeah, and I think you said that you want to get him drunk before the actual night.
No, I want to get him at least tipsy or buzzed enough to where he knows that he's drunk, like where he's still having a good time. Obviously, that's a passing grade, right? That's a 70. If we get to where he's like very sentimental, that's an 80. Like,
if you make him cry,
but isn't there like different
if he's
kinds
cry, 85. Like he already has a B.
But aren't there different kinds of drunks? Like some cry,
that's what
but
I'm
some
saying.
laugh.
Yeah.
How do you know I'm the crying one? Do I look like that?
Because that's gonna be the first phase. We're gonna make you if you cry first.
No, but
by the other day you're gonna be, or by like your next step.
No, but what I'm saying is not everyone has the same faces, right? Not everyone is a crying drunk. Some are crying drunks. Some are not crying drunks. How do you know I'm a crying drunk?
Okay, if you're a crying drunk,
but if
you're
I'm
crying.
Not, but if I'm not, I will never cry.
No, that just means we gotta.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
put you up another tier.
Danny's never cried a day in his life. Not even when he was born.
They slapped him in the back. They slapped him in the back.
And he just like waved the hand off.
No, he turned around and looked at the doctor. And tried to throw like a leg kick and shit.
Yeah.
Put on my little flat cap.
Yeah, look.
No, I said as long as he gets to that stage before he gets married. I said if he waits the last minute, then yeah, we're just gonna have to do it the day before. So, Stacey, it's not on me; it's on Danny.
Okay, but the real question is: are you gonna let him have some of your Blangtons?
Yeah.
Of his what?
Blangtons.
¿Qué es eso?
The John Wick bottle.
Oh yeah.
And sure. I'll let you put whatever music you want.
Oh,
damn!
Wow.
That's how I know you really want
to. All night.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, "All right, guys, fuck you."
Yeah, I gotta leave. Like this is your bachelor party, but I gotta leave.
Yeah, I gotta leave already. You're right, Danny. That's time to tell people to go home.
Yeah, well, you guys, did any of y'all watch The Avatar?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
I did not.
You didn't watch any of it?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, can you go to the folder?
What did you watch though? Did you watch the whole thing?
All of it, bro.
Wow.
I'm a dedicated podcast
First one?
host. Yeah. Yeah, so you do the first one, then the video, then yeah. Look, this is just the glow up that we got. That's from the original movie, the one on the right.
Okay.
And on the left, we have the actual show from Netflix. And I think the kid did a really, really good job. The one on the left, not the one on the right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the show does a really, really good job of like giving us enough of what we wanted. Because, you know, they're not following the exact same storyline.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, they said they wanted to make like their own little concept behind it. And I think it's a pretty well done. If you go back to the video, I thought this was really cool. Like the marketing that they were doing. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so loud. Okay, so look, the sphere being used the way God intended it to be used. Yeah, that is so freaking cool.
Does he actually come out of the sphere?
Oh,
Nah, it's just messing with you.
no, I wasn't telling you not on here.
Oh, I don't know, I'm just joking.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have been there when something cool like that was going on?
Because I
The
think we
Fortnite one had
Daddy's
just
going back.
passed.
And
Not
he's
to-
going back.
Not to Vegas.
Not to Vegas.
That we know of.
That's true.
It's just a 3-hour drive.
Yeah. This is
He's
true.
gonna do the science project by himself in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's gonna send us pictures like the Hangover movie.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
how well did it do?
So this is
That's a good grade.
Yeah, but this is just one of the websites, the publications.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So see, there's this is a popular person on Twitter, and they're all like, just watch the Avatar live action series on Netflix, and gosh, the tears in my eyes. The directing, editing, dialogue, the cinematography, the acting, the production, the CGI, everything was garbage from the beginning to end. Definitely the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. And
Really?
like I'm saying like people are just being fucking overly dramatic. Like same thing with the Madam Web thing that I said. Look, it's not the story we're used to, right? They made the cinematography or like the what's it called?
The CGI.
The fight scenes,
Yeah.
the choreography, it looks fine.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Honestly, I expected so much worse after the first one we had. How awful the fight scenes were. At least on this new one, there's a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like opportunities to catch like how well they did it. All right, I think it's really cool how they
They're
show.
not scared to use the effects either. Like you can see them use their water, fire,
Yeah.
so on. Like it doesn't feel like they only did the bending in like a very few scenes because
Yeah, like in the original one. Did you ever watch the original?
I did watch it, but I can't really
Dude,
remember all
how
of it.
it was fucking sad. Like
yeah.
everything was so slow. Like really, the movements were all clunky and stuff. The way that they do the water bending and the air, like the way that they move it, because it's the one that covers the less amount of them, and it looks really really good. Yeah, and I think the direction they took with Oza, the Emperor King, whatever hell, it's really good because you see people die. Like they show that he's actually like a freaking terrifying guy. Like he sets people on fire, and the story between him and Zuko. At first I was like I wasn't sold on how the Zuko kid looked,
Okay.
but because I don't know. I'm guessing just, obviously cartoons always make them look older than they actually would be.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
they look more childish to me.
They do.
I after watching him and everything, I liked him. I think every character did pretty good.
I kind of, it's a little bit of a bias, but I kind of liking it more than the One Piece live action.
The One Piece live action. Did you watch the
Personally,
Did you watch the Avatar, like the
I
cartoon?
did not. That's why I said it was biased, because I did watch the One Piece episodes of the anime, so I already knew what the story was
What to
gonna.
expect?
Yeah, so I already knew the story, so there was no mystery as far
Yeah.
as the story goes. But I think the One Piece, to me, what my biggest gripe with it was, I felt like they did downplay the fights with the main villains. Obviously, they cannot make it as detailed as they do in the anime, because the anime would be like a 20 episode
Yeah.
in different locations, and over here is like they had a little fight in the room and Luffy won. And I thought that they made the villains get defeated very easy, like very 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 easy as compared to the anime. And obviously I don't know anything about the cartoon for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but at least the fight scenes seem not that the One Piece fight scenes weren't enjoyable, they just seem much more shorter.
Yeah.
I don't think that you see as much CGI in it. I mean, you see the gum thing, and there's a couple of things here and there where I forgot the guy's name, Sanji. Whenever he does some of his kicks, that looked pretty cool too. But it was very little, like very tiny, like 1-2 second scene and or not scene, like a movement and done. Here you have like a couple minutes of them doing like whatever movements.
Just wait till you get to the end.
Right.
Yeah, like they're if you watch the cartoons, you know, there's a scene where there's like this giant water monster thing. Yeah, and it like engulfs the whole city and it's fighting against the ships.
Right.
So everything looks great. I just think once again, just like with my if you go to the doc, there's the you actually get to see the Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, if like with The Last of Us, all right. I brought it up recently. I had to explain to people why I wasn't the biggest champion for The Last of Us was because the relationship between Pedro and his daughter didn't seem real to me because we like all the bonding time was spent on a time skip. So we didn't get to experience any of their interactions together. So whenever he called her like his daughter or whatever, like I forget what did he say exactly?
Mija.
Yeah.
I saw it in Spanish.
Yeah, it was something like that, right?
Yeah, it was my girl, I think, or something. No, wasn't it my little girl or something like that?
Something like that. It didn't feel real to me. I hated it. I hated it a lot. And on this one with the group, like a lot of the moments aren't spent together. Like everybody's off doing their own shit. So whenever they come together, it's just to accomplish the mission. So whenever towards the end, like we're like the team Avatar, we're family. Didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. Like there's no chemistry between the characters themselves, but individually, I think they do spectacular. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, and
this is a multiple season thing, right?
Yeah, but it's like I'm look. I was just complaining about Peaky Blinders because of how ridiculously long it is, but it's because I have to binge it. Okay. But these motherfuckers are putting out series that are 8 episodes long that literally, dude, just stretch it out. Give us 10, give us 12. All right? Like, when are we going to have, like, our next, like, Breaking Bad or something, like massive? If, like, literally everything is just for a shortest attention span, people.
So, I have a question, and I'm glad you brought that up. You brought up One Piece, right? One Piece is still going on, right? The anime? Like,
right.
So what was the end goal of doing a live action? Like, are you eventually going to catch up?
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what was the reason?
I think if it does well, they'll keep going.
You think it will ever catch up to
no,
the episodes? Like,
they're gonna die way before then. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
well, they have to.
What was the end goal of it?
But there is after what you saw in the first season, because I think the first 100 episodes is kind of hard to skip and not miss something important. After that, I think there is a good chunk of episodes
like
you can
arcs?
start skipping. Yeah, but it's a good question because it takes time to record
like
these.
This one, you know that this is already over, right? Like, and that it's. I think we looked it up last time. I think it was like 4 or 5 seasons.
I think it's 3.
I think it was more.
Can you check? I whenever I looked it up, it popped up.
But see, it's something that's not like ongoing. So what was the point of One Piece?
It looked 3 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 seasons.
It was a cash grab because Netflix was bringing One Piece to the actual platform. Because they release episodes now on Netflix whenever they come out in real life.
Right.
But I think as long as he keeps doing okay, they'll keep doing it. The moment that it drops like viewership, then they'll be like, oh, we're canceling now. And then that's when it stops. Like they've done with other shows that were kind of good.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably stop at like a good place to end it, like a happy resolution after something.
Even like the anime right now, I saw like a preview and like the fight scene was, it was pretty fucking dope.
I don't know, because right now when you look at the cover it looks like they're going to space or something. Like I have no clue what the fuck is going on in One Piece, right? And just by looking at the cover, have you seen the cover for it right now?
No.
Look it up. Like just put like Netflix next to it so you can see it pop up. But right now, every time I get on Netflix or the apps and I see it, no, like it's the anime. Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's also an anime that.
I just put new season and see if it pops up.
I think that's also an anime that if you're a fan, you're gonna follow it no matter like how good.
Look right there. Look at on the far left. On the far left. Yeah, that's the image that pops up on the screen. Yeah, so it's like I have absolutely no clue what the hell's going on. just based off of looking at that?
Modern pirates.
You think that's what it is?
I don't know.
That's a good
I
guess,
don't know.
though.
I don't know because the guy on the right, he has like is that a helmet or like a fish
No,
bowl?
that's an afro.
Oh god.
That
Is
is
the
that
afro?
is an
Yeah,
afro. That's how his hair is.
Oh, because I don't see a face, you know.
But
Yeah, it's because he's a skeleton.
Oh, he's
he
a
has a
skeleton.
helmet.
It's a skeleton with an like I think he has an afro head. He does have like a helmet around
He
his
has a helmet, he has a
hair,
helmet, he has
but
a
it is an afro.
See, I'm not watching that. Yeah, look. First, it's gonna have the same effect that the Stranger Things does. You know, whenever the Luffy kid looks like a grown ass man, like it's gonna be weird to continue portraying Luffy. You know, so I genuinely think
I mean, it's easy to like believe that it's like watching Grease. Like now we're like they weren't teenagers; they were like in their 40s. And there were shows that we watched shows
sure
growing
John
up.
Travolta was not in his 40s.
We watched shows where it's like, oh, they're teenagers, and you can tell they're like grown ass adults. And you're like, they're good for teenagers.
I think a really bad one. I think in the show Hannah Montana, like the brother was like in his 30s whenever he recorded.
And he was young.
Yeah.
Well, if it does well, you don't think they could just recast? If the show does well, like if the show is doing that well, they pass it's like passing the torch. It's like
I don't think if it's doing well, that means the fan base isn't gonna stand for it. Just look at what happened with Henry Cavill.
No, that's true. But Henry Cavill didn't age out. I'm talking about like there's a part of us that we understand that there's a physical limitation, and that's just aging. If you have something like One Piece, and let's just say for the sake,
what about like CGI? Like you.
We don't want that to happen. We don't want that.
Like,
no new actors will ever be made.
Like the Irishman. They made him younger. What's his name? The one that
but
the fuckers. What's his name?
I don't know.
Dirty Grandpa.
Well, they could do that. But
the Al Pacino movie.
Yeah, but the older guy. He comes out in a lot of movies.
But are you gonna do that with?
They made him younger. He's old.
But are you gonna? Well, they did that with Arnold Schwarzenegger on one of the Terminator movies too.
So,
but I'm saying, are you gonna do that for like 5 seasons? And then at that point, it's just animated. That looks realistic.
We'll see.
I'm just saying we don't want that.
But we'll also have better technology.
But we don't want
You'll
companies
have,
to
like,
do
face
that.
recognition.
We don't want companies to do that. That's insane. Like nobody will ever act again.
No, but he's saying for that part, like to continue a show if it's going good.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't mind it. For
I
a
think,
show
I
that
think
you can watch
but
it.
I think if you have the option of, well, guys, they're too old for the roles. It's either we stop it
Recast?
here, or we recast, or
Or do
we go
CGI.
fully CGI. And I think they'll go again if it does good. If it doesn't do good, they'll stop it as soon as they don't think it's valuable money versus viewership.
Or the last option.
Because that's what happens to a lot of shows.
Recast
the-
Pedro.
Or the or the-
Pedro is never too old for anything.
or the last option. He's 15, but have the same 60-year-old actor.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Like Ash Ketchum, he was what 16 for how many years?
Perpetually.
Dude,
Yeah.
Not say, I think it was like 13.
Whatever,
Yeah.
I can't remember
I'm
the
getting
name.
mad that I can't remember that guy's name. He was in Mule.
Mule Wick.
He was in the Mule.
Oh, he's clean with
No,
Clint Eastwood.
I'm getting the characters mixed up already.
Yeah, that's the mule.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting the characters mixed
It's. I know who you're talking about. Just look up the Irishman so he can like shut up.
up. Yeah, I think so. 'Cause it's making me mad.
It was like whenever the two of them linked up, and it was a big deal.
Go down.
Al Pacino.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
Oh, because he was a fucker. You ever watched that movie?
I have not. Meet the fucker. That one.
Yeah, he was.
I have seen.
Is it? He's the one with like the 26-year-old girlfriend or something like that. He's having a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
Fucking
the movie.
insane.
Was it Neighbors where they threw a party and it was like a Robert De Niro party?
I
Like,
don't know.
Robert De Niro. And they all dressed up.
I think I remember
It's like, what De Niro are you? And it was like completely off. And he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Look, overall, back to the Avatar. Did you ever pull up the Rotten Tomatoes?
60 tomato meter, 60
Yeah,
and 76 viewer audience score.
Yeah, so I think just based off of the how it looks and how the characters are based off of, I think it deserves a decent score. I think the relationship building, which is what pisses me off, because you have all the money in the world, just give us a little more time with them together.
Did they drop all the season at the same time?
Yeah.
Do you think they should have done one episode at a time, like The Last of Us?
If they're not gonna make more than 8 episodes, no.
No, it doesn't matter.
No.
That's kind of that's really risky, right? Because if you lose somebody,
What?
instead of being able to, like, a lot of people say, fuck it, I'll wait to the end anyways. At that point, it's not a hype. That one's kind of risky.
I don't know, because the reason that it's that way is so that, you know, if you go online, like whenever Game of Thrones happened, immediately after people were getting spoilers. I was meant more to avoid spoilers, so you would be the one spoiling it for Vic, you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and most people didn't want to, like, you know, like.
I did enjoy that I had a specific time of the week where it was Dragon like Ball? Everything. Well, Dragon Ball was one, but Game of Thrones was the other one. And I remember because my parents were watching it too. So I remember that we would be eating somewhere Sunday at 7, and it's like, it's 7, all right, we gotta go home.
Yeah.
It's 8, we sit down, turn on the speakers, no one talk, we just watch the show till it ended. And that was cool. It was cool just to have that.
And get through the awkward sex scenes and shit.
Well, they kind of reduced them as the season moved forward. They got too popular. I think.
No, it was going to the restroom where he was on his phone, so his parents wouldn't see him.
Yeah. No. The thing was, Khaleesi was never comfortable with them, but at first she was a nobody.
Well,
later on, she was popular enough that
she wasn't the only one that had sex scenes. But you could tell that as the seasons moved forward, there was less and less. And I just think they just got too popular. And
I genuinely think it's HBO. They would have kept doing it until they fucking died. It was the actresses didn't want to do it.
Sure, I'm just saying.
I saw it on interviews.
No, I'm not rejecting that she didn't like it. I'm just simply saying that I also think that the popularity that it amounted to, you had too many people watching it that they just had to be like, all right, let's just not have that stuff anymore.
No, I just don't believe it.
Because they even had
right now, like
they even shown guys and everything. Yeah, they didn't care. They showed like guys and girls. They didn't care. And then the first season was like that, and then the second one and the third were kind of like that. And then after the 4th and 5th, which is when it starts to get more like popular, everybody's watching, you could tell like, oh, there was about to be a sex scene and just skip it or just kind of talked about it, and you're like, oh,
that's why the women literally said that the show got popular enough where they had the star power to say that they were going to do it.
One of the ladies that they hired for that stuff used to be like a porn star. I'm sure she wasn't objecting to it because of that.
She wasn't the star.
No, but I'm saying
but I'm talking about right now the biggest show that was coming out.
I'm talking about
on HBO was the criminal one. What the fuck is it called? True Detective.
Yeah.
Like fucking sex scenes all over the place.
Well, yeah,
like
but
HBO has never gave two shits
but True
about
Detective is not at the height of Game of Thrones when it got to like the 4th, 5th season.
Wasn't Euphoria also on?
Yeah, Euphoria is also like one of the biggest, and tons of sex
but
scenes.
Euphoria
comes out in,
but Euphoria has
Spider-Man?
a certain right. But
Zendaya's in it.
Right, but Euphoria has a certain theme to that show. Game of Thrones, you don't have to have that.
It was the biggest show at the time too. Like
right.
Like, I'm telling you.
But what is
like,
Euphoria about?
About a girl who's like drug addicted and going through high school.
Right. And do you think there's sex stuff related to that kind of environment?
Yeah.
All right. We're talking over here about dragons and people fighting for the throne.
I expect more people to be fucking in the medieval time than children.
We expect them to doing it. Where do we expect them to show it as part of the show? Yeah. And I'm saying that as the
if you're trying to be like culturally appropriate.
No, not
like
that.
If you want to see like Rome, everybody was fucking everywhere.
It's not about culture appropriation. I'm talking about the theme of the show. That Game of Thrones didn't need it.
Look, from the very beginning, of course, I don't think it needed it. Like, it was obviously thrown in there for shock value and to appeal to people. Right. And from the very beginning, like, it established it really heavy.
It did.
All right? And at the time, a rising star couldn't do shit about it. Like, the actresses who played Daenerys said she just had to go through with it. It sucked because her parents had to see that.
Right.
The moment they get popular, she's like, I'm not like doing any more sex scenes.
Right.
And she's big enough that if she were to complain, it makes them look bad.
Right.
So then they tone it down.
I know.
Like, it had nothing to do with
I'm saying that
they would have kept doing it.
I'm not saying that she didn't have any take on that or that it didn't affect their direction on that. I'm saying that it wasn't only her who was involved in those scenes. If you only care to please her, then you only remove her from those scenes. I'm saying that the fact that the show did get that kind of popularity, it did have an effect on saying, you know what, we need to tone it down on that. Because now everybody's watching it. You have me, I'm watching it with my mom.
They would have kept doing. Cause
I don't think so. I don't think that.
Then why were there sex scenes in the new one?
And because it's not as popular.
So no.
Okay, why are there?
Sorry, that's absurd. Like thinking that HBO
You're
or anything
saying-
would like tone it down.
Are
just
you
because
saying
of
that the
popularity.
sex scenes in
No
the,
one's
in
gonna
the new
stop
one,
watching it.
Are you saying the sex scenes on the new one are as bad as the Game of Thrones?
No, I'm not
They're
saying
not.
as bad.
Exactly. They
But
have
I'm
to
just
tone
saying-
it
I'm
down
just saying-
because they expect a certain number of people to watch this.
People were not gonna stop watching it because of that. It got popular despite having it. Why would you change something knowing how popular it is?
I have a question.
It didn't get popular for that.
Was it popular when they were having?
Yes,
sex scene?
yes.
Not
Yes,
as much.
Yes, it was.
Not as much.
Yes, it-
Yeah,
Not as
I don't know.
much. Not as much. The first season sucked. You even said so. You
The-
think they
the-
got famous
you
after the
think
It
it-
first
started,
you
season?
it
think- you
started
think-
getting hyped like towards the middle.
It was like
of
the-
season, right?
exactly. So
No, but after
season
the
3,
six had already
we
gone
literally
down,
yeah,
right?
no. We literally said like midway through they changed. Whenever they were at their peak, whenever she had the star power to do it,
No, but you're saying that
I didn't say that.
you're saying that the popularity of the show had nothing to do with them removing the, or not adding any more sex scenes to the show. I'm saying that sure, the fact that she got popular. Oh no, sorry, I got confused. You're saying that that it getting popular has nothing to do with them not wanting to add those scenes. That the only reason
With the way from your nose.
was because of Daenerys got famous enough for her to say no more sex scenes on this show whatsoever.
I'm just saying that for it to get to its peak,
right.
it went through all the sex scenes, right?
But the
So-
sex
so-
scenes
no,
weren't.
wait,
The sex scenes
wait.
didn't get it there though.
Right, I'm saying it got to its peak despite the fact. That's all I'm saying. Look, this isn't important. It doesn't fucking matter because look, at the end of the day,
The last season sucked.
maybe there was more sex on the last season. It would have been better. You know, somebody fucks the Night King. He gets happy and like stops the zombie invasion. You know,
That's how they
who knows
do
how
it.
how the world could have changed. You know,
If there was more sex,
yeah,
less-
more
less-
sex.
more sex.
Well, it all
So
started
you're-
because of that, right?
The brothers and sisters.
The brother and sister.
Yeah.
So y'all are pro-life.
If anything, you should have said pro incest.
Yeah. Right.
No, because
Yeah.
we're talking about sex and
Yeah.
making
Oh,
everything
have
grow.
have you watched it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh well.
Watch the
whole
first episode,
Yeah, the
so you
first
know.
episode, like literally all you need to know.
Has sex
Yeah.
with brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Just one though.
Yeah. So I had seen like there was this post. If you go to the very first one, dude, AI husband. We new freaking world achievement unlocked. All right, men are replaced. All right, it's over for us, guys.
Wait. Who made the hologram?
She did.
Damn.
Yeah. So she trained the robot versus her. You know. Look,
Just rate the whole thing
really
though.
cool. That looks really cool.
Wait, rate the whole thing though.
yeah. So it says, let's make Rick read it.
A woman is planning to marry an AI hologram who is trained on her past boyfriends.
See, look, whenever I first read it, I thought it was because the boyfriend died.
Okay.
But it turns out that it's just like
Yeah.
just boyfriends from the past, which is just like, why would you base them off a relationship that didn't work out?
No,
Right.
of a number of relationships that didn't work.
True. Yeah.
My favorite thing is when there's this whole. Let's say she gets pregnant, right?
Let's say she doesn't. That's not.
She gets pregnant. Is he gonna disappear like Star Wars? Like it's like how you see him right there. It's just gonna.
I also had something like that. I was like I say, if I know one thing about men is that even Stephen Hawking was able to cheat on his wife, he's gonna cheat on her. You know,
With another
like-
hologram or with another
hologram,
person?
yeah, because men are dogs.
With another person.
Like, who?
You think with another person or with another AI?
Another AI, bro.
What if it's another person?
Other-
So they go to a restaurant. There's like an identical hologram. Like,
It's not what it looks like. Yeah, so there's actually an article to it if you go to the doc.
Let's see. This
Yeah,
is
and then-
very interesting and weird.
Yeah, so here I think
Yo.
the headline's really funny. Like scroll up.
Y'all don't show this to Jada Pinkett Smith because she's gonna want the Tupac hologram. Dude, I see a divorce coming. I caught it here first.
So here it goes. Like women trains AI on her exes, creates a hologram and marries it. He's like, please bring on the apocalypse soon. Yeah.
Do you think she would have to get permission from her exes to make one based on them?
No, I think if it was blended, I think if it
If it's blended.
looked like one in particular, maybe. But don't you think it's kind of gross that she used their likeness without their consent or permission? You know, can they sue her for copyright?
What's gonna be? It's kind. Boy, that's kind of what I asked. But just instead of characteristics, physical appearance, right? But so it would be a mashup. Like you might have the first X nose, and then the second X's hairline, and the third X's height or whatever.
Height?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was almost perfect.
Yeah, almost perfect. He was short.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you scroll down, it just says more about the story. It says
not me, but so guys out there that are single, now y'all have to worry about AI. So you're competing against other men and AI.
And AI.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
we're married.
So it says, well, we already read the first part. It says,
oops.
Whoa. Yeah.
In the summer, artist Alicia, see, it's an artist, I knew it. Framus will be marrying AI Lex, like Alex.
Alex.
An AI hologram at the Depot Boishmans Vanshvasham. And I don't know. She acknowledges the wedding will be part of her performance project called The Hybrid Couple, which looks at the relationship between humans and AI in contemporary society. The hologram of her dreams has been trained to replace her exes, and the artist believes this technology is one of the best at replacing human feelings. While the 57-year-old explains this is an experiment with love, intimacy, and identity in the age of AI, she tells Euronews that this could become the new normal. Love and sex with robots and holograms are an inevitable reality. They are great companions and capable of expressing empathy. I doubt that. Just as phones saved us from loneliness and filled the void in our lives, holograms as interactive presences in our homes can take it even further.
It's like this lady hasn't read a single report of the damage that cell phones do to people.
I mean, to me, as I read this, the only thing I can think of is everything she said is very superficial. Empathy, like...
Yeah, it's trained.
Someone can lie to you and tell you that they're empathetic. What makes you think the AI isn't just doing that?
Yeah, especially when it's its job and it was only...
And if its job is to be as similar to humans, then it can lie to you. And if it cannot lie to you and it's not, then it's not as similar to humans.
Then it's just like your robot love is fake. You know?
Pretty much, unfortunately. That's what I think.
What are your thoughts, Rick? You think you're gonna get rid of the old bag? And
just imagine. Okay, wait. Just imagine you're watching the UFC fight, and this robot just roll in underneath your
the AI.
Yeah, the AI hologram just rolls in underneath your thing and says, "Can we put some techno?
Can I unplug him? Can I unplug him?
No.
All right.
Solar powered.
I'll just like turn off the lights and like go inside.
But it's an hologram. It has its own light
bright.
source. You don't even need light.
Oh well, then he's welcome.
He's welcome. He runs off beer.
There's always beer in the fridge.
At Rick's house, surprisingly, beer has never been lacking. So that's why he's a good host. Yeah, so anybody who wants to like crawl under his garage door, more than welcome.
You just can't change the music. Sorry, guys.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's I think like whenever you look more in depth into a story, you realize how full of shit they are. This I'm pretty sure it's just an art exhibition, like you said, and people online just making it like, oh, look how ridiculous this fucking idiot lady is, and even though that takes it out of the joke.
Because people also get married to like the.
There was a guy that I think got married to a hologram.
Well, there's other
but and this one she even says it's for an art
But there's
exhibition.
other people that get married to like the mannequins and stuff, right?
Yeah, but they're not doing art performances. This is an art performance.
Well, they claim that there's some kind of science, some kind of experiment of seeing what happens.
Yeah. So look, if you just scroll up, it literally like it's for display. It's for an art exhibit. It makes the story sound better.
For me, I'm okay with it because. Like the mannequin, the AI, I think it's good for the world.
You think so?
I really do. Because that means that whoever's choosing that is not reproducing. So,
damn. Fucked up.
Well, they can just make copies.
Yeah. Look.
AI copies? Fucking go for it. Like, I don't have a mannequin baby, but fucking go for it.
I thought Rick was going to lead with empathy and be like, there's one less lonely girl, like Justin Bieber says. And instead be like, yeah, that dumb bitch can't reproduce now because she was married.
Call her a bitch.
Yeah, but it's what you meant. And I could tell. I could see it in your face.
Now, if they love mannequins, then I don't know. I didn't know where I was going with that
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, none of this affects me in any bit. I'm pretty sure it's all for fakesies because of the art exhibit. But it is funny to think that somebody's actually going to marry a robot someday because we're not that far removed from it.
I think we need to come back and do a tier list of which was like the most
weirdest
ridiculous.
spouse?
Yeah, because we have Ghost, right?
The car.
Remember the Ghost one?
Yeah.
The one that he like cheated on her, so he was like filing a divorce. He actually got married to her, and then he found out that he was seeing other people.
The lady that was in love with an airplane. The guy with the car.
The mannequin.
The bird.
The mannequin.
Do you remember the
AI?
Did you ever watch the bird story one?
No. Was it a pigeon?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it was a pigeon.
So
probably. Did he live in Florida?
No. Wherever its wings would take him.
He flew from Florida.
Yeah, you got it. I thought that was good. Yeah, so we got a random folder if y'all want to look through it. Let's see what we got.
Yo, I really think that we should do a tier list of that.
I think we can bring it up and just,
I have this for...
Get the facts.
I guess mostly
get a whole line.
Mostly for Rick. I don't know if this actually happened.
Mostly for Rick.
Yeah.
Because you're the sport guy.
Football to introduce blue cards and biggest refereeing change for years. This after...
There was a bull that ran into the
Yeah,
field.
so they're like, it's dangerous.
So they gave it blue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the blue card is like a yellow card, but you have to step out for 10 minutes.
Oh. It's an
it's
entirely new card. It's not replacing
No. A new blue card is set to be introduced in professional football as part of trials for sin bins. I don't know what that is. Since the 1970 World Cup, football has used yellow and red cards, but it has now been reported that a new card could be introduced to the game. The International Football Association Board has signed off on... Well, I read about it. I don't think a picture, but...
But they also said that was like... they weren't doing it on the professional level. I think they were doing like on...
well, I think it's trials.
Yeah.
It's trials. So I guess it depends how well it does.
Its way up.
Yeah.
That is kind of
Like
cool.
a hockey thing?
Just to let them cool down. Like,
So it's like you get the yellow card, they keep playing, right?
Yeah,
this one is like, you get out for 10 minutes.
Yeah, because there's a lot
Think of what you did.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where they're barking at the referee and
Well, it
shit.
sounds like hockey.
Yeah.
Hockey's like, you're on timeout.
Dude, that's so perfect that you mentioned hockey because that's one of our random stuff. It says that the Rockets owner is like poised to he's in talks about bringing back the hockey team. It's
I would go
the
to
one
it.
right in the middle. No, to the right, that one right there. Yeah, and I'm just saying this was built for me because dude, they have a cool logo.
They have a
Let's
badass logo.
fucking go.
Badass
I'm a vibes based sports supporter, and if their logos look fucking sick,
That's a throwback.
It's because they left here, right?
Well, I think they were like minor league. Fredo's gonna fact check me, so
Yeah.
fucking Fredo, comment down below in the comments.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, I think they weren't on the professional level. I think they were like minor league.
I don't know, but I've always said like
they did it right there in Memorial at the skating rink.
That's perfect. I work right behind the mall.
Have you ever been to one of the games? They play there too.
At the mall?
Yeah, they have fucking hockey games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I only like we have a shuttle that takes
I go there
to the food
sometimes to
court.
like blow off steam and for like 5 people. If I had a tough day at work,
Yeah.
put my fucking skates on and
Yeah.
I don't even
He's
take
done a
like
bit-
the stick or whatever. I'm like just looking for fights. Like, are you trying to change my music? What's up? Let's go. You want to go?
Like freaking
Apparently
Happy Gilmore and shit.
Apparently, when they fight, that's what they tell each other. Like, you want to go? Like, all right, fucking. They just start fucking fighting.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that?
No,
We should start doing that in the podcast.
You want to go? Like, after a group bit,
Yeah,
like,
you wanna
if y'all ain't going anywhere, like,
Yeah.
you want to go?
Yeah.
Quiet. Fucking
No,
leg kick,
he
leg
answered
kick,
you.
leg kick. That's why I put my hand up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, look, I'm excited. Hopefully this is real because I've always said if I would get into the sport, it would be hockey, and it'd be cool if this one was here.
So check it out.
So I do know. I think it's kind of died down a little bit, but I do know Houston is up for like new things, like the XFL when they had the Roughnecks. A lot of people were going to them. I think it died down a little bit, but there's still a fan base. There's people that still do the rugby, the Sabercats.
I didn't know about the Sabercats.
Yeah, people still go to them, and those are also a good time. And I think the stadium's not big, so like whatever seat you get,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, it's
pretty
a
cool.
good seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say, well, maybe right now with the restored faith that people are having in the Texans, maybe we breathing more life into everything that leaks into it.
Yeah, and I mean, it gives you an option too as a Houstonian. Like, well, fuck, if I don't want to do football, I can do
Something else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I hope it gets done. If it does,
I think so
let's go to
too.
opening day.
That's gonna be real. That was gonna be real cool. I'm all for that. We're about to become sports fans because you have to be a part of it.
That's fine. I can.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hockey is like soccer in a way, so similar.
Yeah. We got the director of the Dune movie responding to the popcorn bin.
Oh no! What did he say?
I saw the image.
Yeah, did you see it? Yeah. So you want to read that for us, Danny?
The Dune Part 2 director called the famous popcorn receptacle some kind of impressive design, and that at the end of the day, it seems that bucket brought a lot of laughter and joy. Link in the comments for more. Denis Villeneuve on the Dune 2 popcorn bucket. What the fuck?
Look, I still think that's gonna be another thing someone marries eventually.
That popcorn bucket.
I wouldn't doubt it the way we're seeing things.
Yeah, people are lusting over it.
You think Dune 2 would be good? After what we talked about in the first one?
I just hate.
Just a quick comment. We don't have to.
Such
We don't
a
have to
fucking
go
hater,
to.
man.
I know, but like, let's say they learn. You think they could learn from their first movie, or
Well,
do you think they're under their impression the first movie was a huge success and there's nothing to change?
I think that one.
Well,
it's so hype.
They don't need to change anything. Changing
Why
something
change
would be
the formula?
stupid.
Why change the formula?
What was its rating? What's its rating?
my problem wasn't the actual movie. My problem was that the switch that Anthony Chalamet's character takes was just so unrealistic. He goes from being a fucking coward to I'm gonna lead this whole revolution. I'm the chosen one. It's just fucking bullshit. But it looks good. Look at that. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
It was terrible fucking acting. And I was like, unless in the past filming of this movie he became better. I'm not saying that it can't be a good movie by any means. I'm just saying, like, if you rewatch that last fight scene where he kills the guy, like, that switch felt so fucking fake, you know. And Oscar Isaac was a really cool character. I think it was his dad, and they killed him off. So I don't really care for whatever happens on this one. Yeah, but we'll watch it and report.
Hopefully, it's good, right?
If it's good, we watched the first one.
If it's good, we all win.
Yeah, that is true.
If it's good, we get entertained. There's something cool to watch.
They'll make a part 3, and then they'll do a 2-sided popcorn cup.
That's like, bring a friend to the movie. Oh, that's fucking gross.
It's gonna be like the
we got it. The finger traps.
The Chinese one, yeah. It's like, hold on, you can't both pull at the same time.
Okay. It's like, push, bro, push. Okay, look,
Rick.
Oh my god.
Okay, relax, take a deep breath. All right, we got the funny DJ Khaled video.
Let's go.
Yeah, I saw this going around everywhere.
Jordan's dirty. Can I get everybody to help me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's insane.
Please, everybody help me.
He doesn't want to get his Jordans dirty because he's in the sand.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You can't mess up the chains.
He's so
I'm
fucking
performing live
ridiculous.
right now.
Another one.
Look how stupid he looks. Look, everybody always makes fun of him because of how dumb he is. And right here, acting like a fucking toddler.
Can you imagine, like, you're the guy who's carrying it? What do you do for a living?
Yeah, you carry DJ Khaled's ass around.
I got a funny story on this one. So we go fishing, right? And you've gone with us. You know how there's islands and shit? And we went one time, and it was cold, dude. It was like fucking, not freezing, but it was really cold, and the water was really cold, right? And my dad is a heavier set man. And his buddy, he had some things called waders, which are the overalls, so you don't get wet. And my dad was like, compadre, it's because I don't want to get wet. You think you can carry me? And at first, it was a joke. And then the guy, por quedar bien, he was like, yeah, fuck it, Rick. I'll get you whatever. So the guy almost blew out his back because he legit carried my dad like a couple feet. It wasn't that much, but my dad didn't get wet.
Oh, so he did his job. Fuck
Yeah, he did his job. And so like 10 minutes later, my dad was like going like to his knees in the water, like throwing the rope further. And the guy was like, Rick, you fucked me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, the water got warmer.
Yeah, like, we've been out there on the cold day, so I get your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on this one, this is like, look, I kind of understand Khaled because I hate the beach because of the sand, and I'm pretty vocal about it, and that's smart.
I remember in middle school or high school, like people had like Jays, and they had like gym class or whatever, and they forgot to like bring their other shoes, so they weren't trying to crease their shoes.
Walking like ducks and shit.
Yeah. There was
Yeah,
someone.
they even sell like the protective block so it doesn't bend.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Now I have pairs of Jordans now, and I don't even care. But sand, on the other hand,
But did you have those Jordans?
no, those didn't even look like they were that special. But
They-
who knows?
they-
They're
they're
probably
kinda
no. But to be honest, there might be some special edition
Seriously?
that they're super
Go back to
expensive. No, I think they're probably like.
I don't want to get my Jordans dirty. Can you help me? Please, everybody help me.
Please, everybody.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I think they're fives. No, but they don't
mess
have
up.
a name. But they look very simple. That's why I'm saying that. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it's
don't
that big of a deal. But I don't know. Who knows? Because Jordan has like a lot of off brands. They do a lot of collaborations that make them worth a lot of money.
These are the Jordan 1s, no sand.
You know, Google it. Like what Jordan's was Khaled wearing whenever
It would
he
be
was,
funny
he
if that was the
carrying
name of the Jordan.
the Khaled.
The-
You always call him Khaled. Khaled.
The Jordan 1s, no sand.
No sand. See, yeah, I was right. They're fives. Oh, but look, they're the Balvin ones.
J Bowen?
Yeah, but they look like they were dark red.
They look red,
They said
yeah.
that they're unreleased. Yeah, I have a pair of fives. I like the fives.
Cool. Next time you go to the beach, make sure you don't
I'm
take your
Tell Laura to carry you.
No, you're worth it.
Yeah, definitely will. But yeah, hey, we can go ahead and end it there. It's
I
all-
think so.
yeah,
I
we
think
we
so.
had fun. We had some laughs. We had some fights. You know.
We did get some fights.
Yeah, and
And
had some beer.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
go try and finish the Airbender and let you know what I
Yeah,
think.
come back and let us know what you think. Yeah, and you started.
Okay.
You started.
Okay,
you started
chicas.
watching Loki. I'm like, that
Yeah.
show's so old.
That
You
is
could
so
have
old.
put it off for a week.
Well, I told him that I started watching it because I think there's going to be references at Deadpool. So I just want
Oh,
to make
you
sure
were
that I
preparing?
understand the...
When's Deadpool come out?
I don't know.
Are we gonna watch Demon Slayer tomorrow? You never followed up.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday. I was depending on how Danny was feeling.
Well, it depends on the case.
Well, we can buy him for like in the afternoon, like around like 8.
Because I think it showed... I think the latest one I saw was like 6 or 7.
Let's check it, and I'll buy your ticket.
I'll let you know.
Um,
Well, yeah, because
Cool.
but
That much.
also watch Shakma.
The Killer Baboon.
Make sure
He
you
did watch
Shakma.
it, didn't he?
No,
You didn't watch it?
No,
I
he
watched
didn't
it.
watch
I
Yeah.
watched it.
Oh,
I watched Sakma.
I've missed.
Look, put
Shakma.
Shakma and invite the neighbors. And y'all can watch it together.
So I told Yudi, I'm throwing Yudi under the bus. We couldn't find anything to watch. And she's like, what should we watch? I was like, Sakma. And she was like, no, give me the control. So sorry,
Wow.
Danny, but I'm gonna have to watch it by myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Put this clip. Hey, Yuri, Shakma, the Killer Baboon. Recommended.
And put this clip. Don't watch it. It sucks.
It's an old movie.
Yeah.
You have to
Rotten
put-
Tomatoes gave it a. Is this what we're doing now? You're really watching Sakma? Like that's the description. It doesn't even give like a
Yeah.
percentage. It just said, "Really, guys?"
Dude, I watched it because I am a good cousin.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
like to be honest, there's a lot of really dumb plots.
But you have to
the
put
movie.
yourself back in the
The-
80s when it came out, or 90s, I forgot.
It's an old ass movie. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I think it might have been
but
80s.
regardless, thank y'all for joining us. We have been the Unqualified Gurus podcast.
Y'all be safe.
Peace.
Out.
Hey, this beer was fucking good.
I'm kind of sad I didn't try it. If the neighbor came, I would drink one. But